Hello everyone and
Just
welcome
choosing
to
my
a
app.
coaching session together with Lucas today. And as you can see, we are in the LMP2 today. And it's a special LMP2 because it's not the LMP2 from the World Endurance Championship, but it is the LMP2 from the ELMS. So it's not the baby LMP2, it is the real LMP2. The LMP2 that everyone is loving. Right, we're doing a coaching today here at Spa, and we are about to get going here with Lucas. He will do his out laps. I will give him a quick instruction as how we're going to do this now, and then we are diving into the actual coaching. So Lucas, since the tires take a long time to warm up, I give you like 6-7 laps, I would say, so that you can unleash the full potential of the tires and like also get warmed up with the track and everything.
Okay.
And after that, we're gonna talk about bullet points. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Great. So, obviously, the LMP2 is a very interesting car. Feels very understeery, and since the new tire model updates, it takes, I would say, around 4 to 6 laps until the tires are in their actual operation window.
So I have a question about that. The tire warm up.
Yep.
I think that in the race, just before the race, we can agree that the tire are just more warmer than like in qualifying or.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In free practice. Okay.
So yes, the start sequence starts with preheated tires. That's the only thing that they give you, like in order to make the starts a bit more safe, because there is just a very short way with 60 kph to the start-finish straight. They give you preheated tires, because otherwise people would be just spinning and crashing into each other and not having an idea what the car can do. Obviously, we could have that here as well, but the tire warmers come with downsides on the drivability or also on the tire performance. So I rather do no tire warmers to give like the pure tire performance.
Okay, because I know it's like a bit of a downside from my side, because I know that I'm not completely aggressive on the start. Like, I'm really scared of pushing the car on the start, but
Yep.
I seen the other guys like pushing like hell and just overtaking me, and then I overtake them when I have the tire warmers. So
Yeah. It's just about feeling the limit, but you know, doing out laps without tire warmers and like having cold tires gives you an idea as what can the car do in whatever temperature area. So right now, I don't know, your tires will probably be at like 40 degrees or something.
55 actually.
55, yeah. So
yeah,
that is roughly the performance they will give you at the race start. Yeah, so you can practice that. Also, you can go into offline race sessions, like just put no AI and just like practice for yourself, like a lap 1, you know. And every time you do lap 1, you restart the race or like rejoin your offline race weekend and like just redo it again until you feel comfortable with how much you can push. That could be a way to prepare for your actual races in order to minimize the losses on lap 1.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay.
Okay. That is obviously a general thing that applies to you guys also when you would be watching this video. I think that is one of the best ways actually to improve your lap 1s or your feeling on lap 1 is when you do offline races, simulate the start, simulate lap 1, lap 2 to see what it's like for you. So, and now we're having a bit of a closer look into the driving. I would say he's shifting a bit on the short side. So shifting at too low RPM, losing direct power. Orica Gibson engine V8, naturally aspirated, no hybrid stuff and such. To me it feels like also he's a bit under driving. I want to see how lap 4 or 5 is looking. To me, at the minute, it just feels like he's not putting enough enough bravery into the cornering, let's say. I think he's a bit too much under driving. Maybe he also fights a little bits and pieces with the setup. Maybe something we might look into it, but let's see. He said he is doing 204 mids. 204 lows in warmed up conditions. I was doing a 2030 when I prepared for the session. So let's see. Driving itself looks clean. 256. Yeah, it might be a bit setup related, the issue. Like to me, he seems to be getting a lot of oversteer. Sorry, understeer on the throttle. Well, it's just sort of an issue in the car. It still likes to be rotated over the rear. I think this is sort of a bit where I'm not sure if he's stability issues from the driving. I will need to ask him about his balance once he's done. To me, he's braking a bit early. It is not, you know, there is not a single point where I'd be like, that's it, this is where he's losing a second or so. Okay, some interesting server things. So my top bar is now freezing, which is great. Yeah, that looked much better. Yeah, but he looks to be a bit scared of losing the rear though. coming out here in Sector 2. Before 10th ahead of his point 6. I think last lap it was like 5/10 ahead. Okay, anyway, tires should now be in range, should now be warmed up. That turn one looked good. Yeah, I don't get a delta back or something. Let's see. Say 204.76 is roughly his PB, so he's almost at his potential that he says he is having. And we're gonna try improving that a little today. From the onboard, I feel like the car is not bottoming out enough, especially on that high exit curve of Le Combe, which to me indicates he might run a setup that is aerodynamically not perfect. So that's the fast thing we're rather looking into it, because that LMP2 car needs to be driven on, like, with a significant amount of rake, and I think especially as low as it can possibly run on the front axis. That at least has been a huge factor for me. Whenever I was able to run that car low on the front, almost scratching the ground, it generated the best performance on the front end, and that could potentially help with the overall performance. So I'm gonna give him one more lap, and while he is going down the straight, I need to check something on my end. One more lap.
Okay.
So he put himself his PB, which is amazing. I could run through that turn 1. Oh, I need to check something. I think this is the point where he shifts a bit earlier than that. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I am not missing out on something that I believe it might be an issue. So I just looked at my RPM and like where my LED band on the steering wheel lights up, which is being set for good. Engine power delivery, as he is now. That was like a lot more aggressive Le Combe that I've seen from before. And if the delta is not wrong, he's improving big time now. Finally looks like he can enjoy and push the car. Now the front end looks a little bit more alive as well. I'm not too sure about that delta though, because I couldn't see that mistake out of Wuhan on the last lap. But let's see, what does the delta down there say? Yeah. So the real-time delta, the bottom left, saves me 2/10 ahead instead of 6. I hope he can finish the lap though. That would at least mean he would beat his usual pace, or like be at his usual pace, so that we can actually work from this as a base. That would be pretty important, I think. What is your tire temperature before you escape, please?
80 degrees.
Okay.
like, yeah. Oh no, maybe more. Sorry, I have a custom dashboard, but in game it tells me like 88 on the front and 86 on the back.
Okay, perfect. Right, I have a question about your setup.
Yeah.
If we go into your setup, what is the current front suspension ride height saying?
Right height.
On the front.
150 Newton meter. If it's that you.
No, that is the spring rate
Compression.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Ride height, so the clearance above the ground.
Oh yeah. 4.5 centimeter.
4.5. Okay.
Yeah.
And the spring rate was 150. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your third spring at?
1,000.
Okay. Very good. So, I would propose 2 or 3 clicks lower on the front right height to like 4.2 or 4.3 centimeters. To me, it seems
Okay.
that you are very limited from the front. Like you have a lot of understeer in the car. That is what it looks like from the outside.
Okay.
What is your rear suspension in both the spring rate and the ride height, please?
So spring rate 1,100, and I am on 7.4 centimeter.
Oh, okay, that is pretty huge. We leave it like that for the moment, but that's
Okay.
fine. What about your anti-roll bar in the chassis and aero, please?
Yeah. So you told me that I have understeer, but I raised the anti-roll bar in the front. I have D18HH.
Very good. And in the back?
And back D7.5 SH.
D7.5 SH. Okay. So, do you feel that your rear is like that you have to control your rear and for that reason underdrive the car?
Yeah, like when I turn like on the just before the end of the sector 2, the right and left, I lost a lot the car here when I turned right. Maybe it was because of the brakes, because I was on 53.2 and now I'm on 53.7. And to be yeah, I'm surprised because I just improved my lap times like 3/10, I think.
Yeah, you
I
did.
was on 2:04.7, and yeah, I'm a bit surprised, but and yeah, I'm a bit surprised that you yeah, there seems like to have understeer, so okay.
Okay. It's like, well, we may even get you into a 203. Let's see. How about you wanting to put the rear anti-roll bar detached?
Okay.
Just give that a shot, and then let me know quickly about your differential setting, power and coast on the
Yeah.
powertrain.
So FF645. And the same on the coast.
Okay. I also advise putting on the coast maybe at least FF630, so 1 click more closed.
Okay.
How do you look on the preload?
On both, on power and coast.
Not at the
Sorry.
preload, the one below, the Newton meter setting below the coast.
No, just before you told me 1 click, but for the
No,
coast or the power.
Power just they can leave the same, but coast FF630.
30. Okay. And for the yeah, 15 Newton meter, just
Yeah,
below.
15. Okay.
50. Sorry.
50. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Leave
Yeah.
50 then. That's fine. Yes. How are you looking on the cambers?
The cambers. So on the tire and brakes,
Yes.
you mean, and so 1.5 degrees on the front. and 1.2 on the back.
Okay, that is not too far off from an optimal, so that's fine. Maximum pedal force, what can you run there?
I didn't try. I'm running the emo setup, the ER emo setup. So I didn't test, but I'm on 102 kilogram.
Okay, that
Actually,
is sufficient. So that's fine. Let's speak about the driving. Firstly, what I have seen is that you're shifting the car very early. So I think you're shifting at 8.2k, so roughly where the second red bar on the HUD appears.
yeah.
Maybe I'll quickly start the virtual camera so that you can see what I'm referring to. You see the camera of mine?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's actually a good opportunity to see. So here, this is first gear.
I can't hear you right now.
Ah, yeah, sorry, I didn't push the button. In the first gear is fine. You almost maxed this out. Second gear is a bit early. You shift roughly when the second red bar on the top. Sorry, I should probably also show you the right. My bad. I should show you the right scene. Where is it? There we are. And then just quickly remove my face.
Seems like I lost you again. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I don't know.
I'm just thinking
okay.
out. I'm just thinking about loud. Okay, now I have what I wanted to show you. So you see your HUD on the right. First gear, you're maxing out the RPM, going to the the 3 red bars on the top before the shift. So here, it's good. On the second gear already, you shift just right when the second bar at the top becomes red. So that is very early. And third gear, I think about the same. So you're shifting it almost like the baby LMP2, how we tend to call it. Try to really... Here you do it right. This is how much the car can run. I would advise as soon as the third bar became apparent or became visible a little after that. So I think that the stuff that is in white here, that shouldn't turn red. But I think you should really go to the almost maximum down here. I'm pretty sure there you'll find another 10 for 2 in terms of performance. On the car.
Okay.
That is the first thing. The second thing is, to me, I think you're losing a lot of performance on the brake. So initially you go maximum brake, which is correct. And obviously you gradually release the brake. But at this point already you're pretty much off the brake, and here you already coast into the turn. And you should be on the brake from here on still until like here. This is the full braking zone. You could brake 3, 4, 5 meters later, carry a tad more speed into the turn, and be a bit more aggressive. Like you have a very open differential, to make use of this. In this area here you're very resistant, putting on the power, and you wait a lot for the car to rotate. Give this like a little bit more throttle. It's fine to understeer a little bit more. You can then go out again, open up the turn to the right-hander. And as you can see, like here you're lifting a lot in order to rotate the car around. So that is, maybe I should also go into a lap where you have heated tires. Lap 5 is a bit better. Here you do it better with the brakes.
Yeah.
It's like here you're semi-braking, but this is already too little. Now you're already like, you're kind of done braking here already. Because you're at 50% of the brake pressure the moment you turn in. Try to be a bit more aggressive and try to carry a tad more speed through the turns. Same here. You are really coasting a lot, trying to stick to the inside. You're not pushing the car at all. And then in this area, I think you are under-driving a lot. So you could probably be in third gear. Maybe even rotate the car a little harder with throttle in second gear, so that the car rotates over the rear a bit. Then no-name corner. Here you pretty much do the same. Firstly, you're turning in a lot too early. Like, you are already at the curb as the turn has almost not started though. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, when you are here, car should be like a bit more to the outside, just a little bit, so that you start being at the curb where the green stuff is. Because obviously you are at the curb where the green stuff is here as well. But when you're coming from a little bit more outside, the car is a bit more angled like this. You're like looking a bit deeper into the turn. And that allows for more speed to be carried around a lot as you go along that curb. Because what happens here now is you need to be on the brakes, and you are waiting and waiting and waiting for the car to rotate. And like, you feel still being a bit too fast. This is the moment where you would now go wide, whereas when you were at that angle on the curb, you see the car would be running here on the inside.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? And that makes you having to wait a lot. Obviously, the tight approach for this turn is obviously a good solution, or is a good way to go through it. But generally, I think you could carry a bit more speed if your angle is looking a bit more into the turn. Then no name is kind of fine. It's like just, yeah, the wiggle on the exit is coming from the ARB in the back, I assume. Then Puhon, pretty the same there. I also would say you're giving away a little bit of space on the entry. Like, here you're turning already in. I think if you go a bit later, you might be not at the apex here, but like here. And once again, you would be angled a bit more like that. It's just minor, really. Maybe not even that much. Just this. But that means you can go flat out from here already. And I think in that lap, you ran almost a bit wide. It just comes in nicely, but it's like, you go 10 centimeters wider, you start bottoming out and going off.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, these turns are pretty alright. You want to stick with it here to the inside. You could open up that one a little later. Again, so if you go a bit more straight from here on, like just a little bit, like turn in here, but from a bit more from the outside. So, like saying the cockpit is around there. And then you shall get to that curb as well while coming from the outside, but again, just a little bit more angled. Like in that area. This is where you should hit the curb, and then you can power through it without understeering off here.
Okay.
This looks alright. Yeah, and then last but not least, bus stop chicane. I think here you can brake later. Like around from it's hard to find the braking point, but like here where it gets a lot darker, this is where you start braking, and I think you can still brake a little later, because already here you're at this 50% of brake input where like the car is hardly doing anything.
Yeah, okay.
And then what I would do for this one is, when you are here, just slow down a little further. And when you are here, just wait with the throttle. Wait a little longer with the throttle until the car has rotated there. Then you don't get onto that curb, which is triggering both the TC. Like, you see what your throttle input is doing. It's flickering so much because from here on, the TC is on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, all the time.
Okay.
And that goes almost till you exit that curb. So that would be my bits on the lines, on the driving, and so on. Do you have questions right
Not really. It was pretty clear, honestly. So.
Okay. Then you can go out and try the setup. You guys becoming eager of getting a coaching yourself? Then hit me up, mail me simracing@michi-hoyer.com or join my Discord server. Both information you'll find down in the video description below. Make sure to give the coaching a thumbs up, share your friends, and of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more coachings and more ultimate streaming. Let's head back into the session. Changes
Okay.
and see whether they suit you or do you any good. And if you don't feel like them, that's fine. I would just advise still take new tires, give it 3 or 4 laps until the tires are warmed up, give it a try. But if you say like you can't drive it, then feel free to revert back.
Okay.
At least on some occasions. But let's see first how you feel with it. Okay.
But basically, the bus stop chicane, I have absolutely no confidence in the car because it's just bouncing around like everywhere, and I forgot what I wanted to say. But yeah, I just this corner I just can't because I have no confidence either, and if I want to brake later, yeah, I just lost the rear, and yeah, I just spin every time. So because I think I carry too much speed in the corner, and then I spin.
You carry too much speed because the ARB can't handle it. So it may feel understeery to you now. Just give it a couple of laps time. Also, feel free to not go more aggressive on the brake, as in compared to what you've been feeling right now. But I think the setting will soon feel a lot more confident for you, a lot more that the rear can handle, and then you start going brake later automatically. I think. My suggestion at least. So let's see how this goes. We are back live on the tape.
But yeah, I'm quite happy with the feedbacks because it's like details, you know. It's not like big things in my driving style or something. I just need to focus on some points to.
Yeah. No, it's not a big deal. I mean, if it helps you, I can go around the flaps as well. It's just like it would take 10 or 15 minutes away from your precious time. But for a reference, like similar conditions, I did a 203 flat.
Okay.
So that is what the car could potentially do. Probably even faster.
Yeah, because I don't think you trained just before. I think you can probably go a lot faster. I think the best driver are around 202, I think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I didn't really practice for it. Like, I took out a set, did 7 or 8 laps to see what the car feels like, what the car can do, what this car may need around this track, and I just, got a couple of laps to get a feeling for it. Yeah, stay 50 here.
Yeah, just completely forgot.
Yeah, if I see you short shifting again, I will tell you.
Okay.
What is the traction control setting, if I may ask?
5 and 5.
Okay, that's okay. I'm not sure how he perceives it, but I feel like he got a bit more front end now, which would be a lovely thing to see. Because as I said, like we lowered his front end by like 0.3 centimeters, and that could already do a huge benefit in the car. I remember going around Silverstone, putting the front right height from 4.9 to 4.0. Anything else untouched, immediately found a 10th. It's incredible. This car has such a slim operation window, you need to hit it. Yeah, be a bit more hesitant with the throttle on the exit there.
Okay.
And try to shift a bit later. I will tell you when. No. 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 Stay in fifth.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like much, but you might gain like half a tenth or maybe a full tenth over the straight just from having more power.
Yeah, seems like it's.
So I see him attacking the car already, which is a good sign, because I think he feels now that the car at the rear end is a lot more confident thanks to the ARBs. And that's just like what I perceive right now compared to his run before. Since this is the second lap only, second time lap I think, we soon will see him being able to put those 204s in again. Just a bit confused now. Lap, yeah, so he did one time lap. This is second time lap. And I'm pretty sure though, he can soon go back to the 204s, and it will all be about confidence. How he feel the confidence in the bus stop chicane. With that felt or missing confidence, there is easily 2 or 3 tenths in those low speed turns to be found. Yeah, much better. Purple sector 3. Was exactly 2 tenths that he found there already. That's a perfect scenario. So you've seen him going a bit quicker through the turns. Might be down to the front end being a bit more grippy, but at the same time, I at least assume he has felt the confidence for the car to be a bit more planted, to be a bit more reliable on the rear. And I think that is what we've seen in the final bus stop chicane being the case. Same here, he pushes it a bit more, yeah. He is able to find the limits there. This is something where we can go into again. Just like not pushing too much overall before that final left kink. Slow in, fast out. He had to do the correction mid-corner on the exit of the comp instead of beforehand. But let's see how the rest of the lap's going. And you see the car hasn't really lost anything in terms of performance despite the lower ARB. It's just got a bit more rear and confidence most likely. A bit too hesitant there, but he was trying to hit the line, so that's fine. He has the ability to correct himself there for sure, so no big inconvenience from me. Purple middle sector by 1,000, but it's purple, we take it. So and I think he can even improve it if he just hits the bus stop again like he did before. Yep. Yeah, you need to be a tad more hesitant, a little bit more hesitant with the throttle application out of the last one. But how does a bus stop chicane feel now for you? Is it easier for you with the rear?
Much better, and I think I could even brake later.
Yes, you did.
Don't know what. Yeah, so it feels much better.
Okay, keep trying. So last lap before you spun, you already gained 2/10 in the bus stop alone. So that immediately made me think you might be a little bit more confident. Also, through Le Com last lap, it was good to see you push a bit more. Maybe don't do too much in or after the left-hander so that you don't have to do the correction on the apex of the right-hander on the exit of Le Com. So maybe just do the correction before so that you can push through the apex. So here you can push, 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 push. Now take it a bit easy. Rotate the car and now you can push. Yes, exactly like that. Stay a bit longer on the outside here. You kept rolling to the curb early again.
Okay. Yeah, this corner in every games, in every car, I have difficulties on this one.
On the downhill 180 right hand hairpin?
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah.
On the hairpin, yeah, I so much difficult for you.
That's fine. Yes, you can push more compared to last lap. Yes, very good. Yeah, very good. Very good. Keep pushing. That should be another purple. Yeah. And that gets his possible lap time.
Yeah, even there on the first corner, I feel like it was the limit, but I feel I can brake later.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright, push, push. You can make it to the 203s. Oh, wait. Now you can push. You went a little too wide before the right-hander. Stay outside.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the way. Yeah. The car will still grip towards the end of the corner. That's great to see. He's on the stepping stone of just improving it. It don't matter the off track if there is any, just keep pushing.
Oh.
Don't try to want too much, to be too early on the power. Like, you can keep your driving generally as before in terms of when you pick up the throttle. Just try to take a little bit more speed into the turn and things will be fine. That is a very good exit. Shift late, huh? Late on the upshift, very good. And shift now. Yes, very good. I can't really see what the delta's doing, as it gives me a deviation of 6,000 every time. I can push here. Now wait. And now you can keep pushing. Yes. That was a bit over push, but generally the right idea. Yeah. I know push. much better hitting the turn. I think the only thing we now need to have or getting going is going to those apexes a bit later. He's trying to be too early at the apex without angling the car in the right way.
And the car is still stable on the left and right. On the exit, it feels so much better.
Yeah, that's coming from the ARB most likely. Wow.
I like the brakes.
Was still much faster though.
Yeah.
Try to go late apex into turn 1, so you drive and brake late, and you go a bit wide, and you pass the apex. Yes, and now you turn, and now you put throttle. Exactly like that. That way, you can carry much more momentum onto the straight. And if you get the power down, like you lost a 10th in turn 1, you see. But up till here, if you do a whoosh, pitch perfectly fine, you still keep gaining time until the braking point into Le Combe. And it wasn't an optimal exit yet, but this is slow in, fast out. It didn't go too like wide enough to open the entry. Do you want to keep trying, or do you also want to see like a reference lap or something? I put that completely to you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to end this lap and just want to see what how you make it also.
Okay. I will go out onto the track already if that's fine.
Yeah. Just so
because we don't have too much time left. And then you just basically try to watch best from the garage.
Yeah, I just want to apply what you said, but it's not natural for me right now.
Not
I think
yet.
It's normal, but
this is what I said. Like, you may go one step backwards in order to go two forwards.
So what was the last lap time, if you remember, or because I have cut the lap, so.
You mean the lap before your in lap now?
Yeah.
I think it was a low 3, so 204.3 to whatever. I think your delta was like 170 thousandths minus.
Okay.
And you gained literally all of the, like, you were approaching bus stop pretty much on par with your current lap time. But because you broke so late and you almost lost it, but you kept it.
Yeah.
You gained 2/10 in the braking alone.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, this is where I'd say where the biggest of your potential is still sitting in being aggressive enough on the brakes, being on edge on the brakes, and carrying the right amount of speed while putting the car into the correct angle. So, are you watching me already?
Yeah.
Where do you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you see me right now on track?
Sorry, on just at the beginning of sector 3. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that you are synchronized with me on the timing, or like on the track. I probably will need 3 laps myself for the tires to be warmed up. I mean, I could help it a little bit with the brakes, but I guess I'll just drive. Oh, these tires are not ready yet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have a few questions about the setup, because this is the one of the things that I don't master yet, and sorry if
Tires.
I disturbed you.
No, it's fine. Tires are just not ready.
I think I would probably the next one coaching session will probably be on the setup, because I really need to understand that. Because just a few clicks and probably I could probably done a 2 or 3.
Yeah, no worries.
So basically, what changes did you make to the car, and just what did it change?
For you now. Or
on my card, what did he change? Like it understeers more now, or what did the
so
I don't know if
with the front right height we improved the front end performance of the car, because I think it's very sensitive to how low you can run it on the ground. It gives you the best opportunity and the best performance. Then with the ARB detached in the back, I gave you the possibility to have confidence in the rear. Because the ARB, literally any ARB on the back of the car can make it quick, but it makes it super edgy to drive. And I think you'd rather be confident with the car instead of like having a rocket ship that you're sitting on. And all the other settings are just like to slightly trim the balance. With the coast as well that I went up with for you, we improved the balance and the stability on the braking to give you a bit more confidence there. Those were the main changes.
Okay.
So I would then talk you through a lap in the hope that my tires are available and ready now. Yeah, I want to be assistant here a bit more. As I already mentioned, it's fine for turn 1 to like really brake late, kind of slightly miss the apex, then go a bit slower, but be on the attack move straight away from the apex onwards, and then really trying to carry all the available speeds down the straight. Here through Eau Rouge, I would really have a look to not be sitting on those curbs, because the car is pretty rigid and sensitive to it, and it has enough of downforce that you can drive around the curbs while still comfortably getting Eau Rouge right.
Okay.
Then for Le Combe, as already mentioned, attack this left-hand corner just a little bit, but really go to the very outside that you can open up the right-hander into this rivage, be late on it, then you can get the car back towards the end of the corner here. Slightly touch the curb on the inside, make sure to nail the curb on the inside, but don't go over the undercut. Then here into Pouhon, also a bit late on the apex, I slightly missed it, but when you're too early on the apex you won't make the corner. Piff puff, be late, wear the green stuff, you want to be at the curb. Here from the outside you wait, and then you can actually attack the corner pretty early as well. And Stavelo there, it's really important, and I tried to be too early on the power here as well, but it's really important to be early on the power, like as early as possible really. So my tires are now almost up to temperature, so I will be silent for one lap, try to get the maximum out of it. And you see how late I'm shifting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what your sector 1 time was, I think a bit faster than what I did. Let's see. Again, for Le Combe, you can attack here, you can attack the first bit, set up the car. And then rather lift before the apex, instead you're having to lift mid-apex.
Okay.
Then rivage from the very outside. Sadly, I missed that curb here a little bit. I'll try to nail Wuhan this time. Stay from the very outside. Turn in late. I'm late at the apex, then can go early at the power, not even sitting on the outside curb really. Piff puff. Try to stay a bit away. This is too much. So I missed the inside part. Therefore a bad drive through the exit there as well. This time a little later on the throttle on the Stavelo exit, and then you see on my delta how much time I lost there just from the momentum. So for Piff Puff, maybe consider the lap before as being a good reference. Since it's only 3 minutes, I will just go for one more lap, so that you have another lap to look at, if it's possibly a good one.
Yeah.
Too late. Damn. That is a bit too much. I won't make that up really, but it doesn't matter. I can give it another proper shot for the middle sector to give you a good reference time there.
Absolutely. Yeah, T1 was good, so yeah.
Yeah, your tier 1 was alright. I think you had a 34.5 or something in the first sector, is that right?
I don't know, I don't have sector time.
Okay.
Can maybe check.
We can check,
if I can.
I'll check afterwards, that's fine.
Okay.
Here we can then attack from the very outside. This time I can almost keep it pinned. Would have probably been a bit longer on the brakes. Nailing the curb. That curb gives you a little bit of extra rotation if you hit it. This time I was a bit too early on the curb, and immediately you see how much I'm struggling to keep the car off that
on the
other
track.
curb. Yeah. Okay, stay from the outside, wait, and here I'm a bit late on the apex, but it doesn't really matter since I can carry the speed and don't have to push the car on the exit. So at least I found a 2 or 3/10. Could possibly have found. I'll try to get one more good turn 1 in as a reference. I won't be able to finish the lap as for the server settings, I think, and then I'll look at your sectors. A bit too tight. Hitting the anti-car. Yeah. Driving error. Give it one more shot with turn 1. TC is a bit too open. But yeah, this is, like, you saw how early I was on the power, like actually before the exit, before the apex already.
Yeah.
So if we quickly look at your times, then actually your first sector time was faster. Probably I'm running a bit too much wing, because I'm a lot faster in the second sector. I mean, obviously I do attack the corners a bit differently, but I think like sector 1 is fine. You need to work on Lecombe a bit. You need to work on Rivage a bit. To like stay tight on the inside and, like, you know, come from far along from the outside. Then you'll be easier able to stay on the inside. You're not getting that wide. You're not losing that much speed before a no-name corner, of course. Puhon later, apex. And I think Piff Puff is really just about positioning the car, carrying the speed, and eventually in the end angling the car right onto the exit. I think that's about the biggest areas where you can work on. Like bus stop chicane, you already like improved yourself while the session.
Yeah.
So you already
I feel
improved your
it.
personal best like 2 or 3 tenths already. And it's now just like as soon as you catch the confidence and as in what the car can do, you will catch the confidence to push harder on the brakes, to do the cornering right, to angle the car right into the corners and so on. So you'll get there for sure.
Okay. That's okay. That was very learn a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's very good. Okay.
Perfect. Do you have more questions?
Um, I don't think so.
Mhm.
Maybe so yeah, it was very good for me. It was perfect. I think I will probably ask you a new coaching session maybe at the end of the month. Uh, with my team, we're gonna make the team championship,
Mhm.
like the 6 hour championship. So I think next time it will be probably with the hypercar.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's very much different,
Well, the
but yeah.
tires will get updated for the hypercar at some point. So probably I'll need to see. I don't really want to say. I'm not going to do any further coaching on it.
Okay.
But, you know, every coaching that I would do now would become obsolete the moment the hypercar tires would be coming. So, as much as I would be obviously giving the time since you pay for the coaching, I would consider it a fraud coaching you on something that I do know is going to vanish within the next 10 days or so, or
Okay.
within like a foreseeable time frame. So, my suggestion would be if you want to do hypercars, I happily do a coaching together with you after the the tires have dropped.
Okay. That's understandable. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Then, Lucas, I say thank you so much. If you have any further questions within the next couple of days, just hit me up. And then let me know when
Yeah.
you hit into the 203s on the lap times, because that's certainly within you.
Yeah, I will work on it. Now that I have the keys to improve, yeah, I will definitely try it this weekend. So,
Sure, mate.
yeah,
Sure.
thank you very much. It was very I learned a lot. I learned a lot of stuff. So yeah, that was very good. So thank you very much.
You are
And
welcome.
yeah, and yeah, maybe yeah, probably see you soon. Anyway.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, mate. Have a good time, Lucas. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Bye bye.
Bye bye. Right, guys, that's it for the coaching for Lucas. If you do appreciate what we're doing here, if you love the coaching stuff, and if you want to get your own coaching, then please hit me up, simracing@michi-hoyer.com. That is my email. You'll also find it down in the video description below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. This is what I wanted to do with my fingers before. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and share your friends. We'll look forwards to see you guys next time. Have a great time, everyone. Bye bye.